Hi, this is Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I can't believe I forgot. In January, I believe it was January, I did a series of videos on journaling. Okay, and those videos, I will link them down below. Those videos included how to make a journal, different kinds of bindings, things that you can use from around your house to journal, different types of journals, all that kind of stuff. And I was thinking about this, and I realized the one thing I didn't make was a video on how to start journaling. So this is it. This is, you want to journal and you don't know where to start? I'm going to tell you how to start. So first of all, I have a bunch of journals here that we can look at them, but first thing you need to do is figure out what kind of journal that you want to do. There's all kinds of journaling, from personal thoughts to art to gratitude. There's all different kinds of journaling. So I have a list of the ones I could come up with off the top of my head. There's probably more. And these are kind of journaling types that I could think of. There's bullet journaling, which is, there's the strict, like, original way of bullet journaling, which is not my thing. And then there's the, oh, let me grab one. Hold on. I have one. Okay. We'll look at it then. We will look at it then. But yeah, I grabbed one. So there's the original, like, strict way of bullet journaling, which some guy came up with. I don't know who it was. It's not for me. You can look it up if you're interested. It's not my cup of tea. And then there's the what bullet journaling has then become by using a bullet journal and basically making it into a planner. Okay? But it's still journaling. All right. You could do a creative daily journal, which is what I do on my channel. You can make a junk journal, which I've made before. A dream journal. You can write down all of your dreams, if you can remember them. A commonplace journal. And a commonplace journal, to me anyway, is just a place to write down all of your thoughts. Not thoughts. Sorry. All of your favorite things. That's what it is to me. I have a commonplace journal, and in my commonplace journal there are book quotes, song lyrics. If I'm reading and I come across a word I don't know, I look it up and I write it in my commonplace journal. Any pictures I see, anything that gives me inspiration, it all goes into that journal. Okay, so it's basically what gives you inspiration, what makes you happy, goes in your commonplace journal. And then there's a reading journal, okay? A brain dump journal. And if you're anything like me and your brain never shuts off, the perfect thing for you to do is have a brain dump journal where you literally dump everything on the page that's in your brain. I should really try it. It might help, but there's that. A gratitude journal, writing down everything you're grateful for every day. A habit journal, a story journal. I mean, if you want to be a writer, story journal. Or you just have those stories in your head. A line a day journal. Those are really cool journals. I've been thinking about it, but I haven't done it. And it's basically a 5-year journal that you write one line a day. And then the next year you come through and it's that same day you write one line. It's actually pretty cool. I've been thinking about it, but haven't done it yet. A health journal, which is a really good, especially if you're struggling and you're trying to keep track of why you're getting migraines, why your stomach hurts, all that kind of stuff. Use a health journal. An art journal, which, where's mine? Here it is. An art journal. And an idea journal, which I have also right here. Okay? So those are all the different kinds of journals I can think of. If I remember, I will list them all right here on the side. I doubt I'll remember. I'll be honest with you. I'll let you in on a little secret. I don't watch my videos when I edit them. I only watch them when I edit them when I know that there's something I have to take out. Like if I make a note that, oh, I forgot to block out my niece's picture in my journal. That's happened. I will go through and I will blur out that picture. Or something happens and that's the only time I edit, okay? That's the only time I watch the video. All right, so the next point. Now you figured out what kind of journal that you want to do. All right, now you need to figure out what kind of journal. Do you want to use a plain journal? And by a plain journal, I mean it could be homemade, it could be whatever, but it's plain. Just white or off-white paper in a journal that you're just going to write in. Okay, so a plain journal. Or do you want to do a decorated journal? And decorated could mean you decorate as you go, like a Creative Daily, or you pre-decorate, which I think I have some in here because I eventually stopped basically bullet journaling and went into like pre-decorating pages. Okay, so I would pre-decorate, and then this is what I would write on. Okay, so that's two different ways to decorate. You can pre-decorate or decorate as you go. So do you want to use a plain journal or a decorated journal? That is your next step. And when we go from there, what kind of journals do you want to use? And by that I mean, do you want to use a bullet journal, a traveler's notebook, a homemade journal, an altered book journal? This is my art journal. An altered book journal. Do you want to use a composition book? Okay, those are the things that you have to think of next. And if you want to just stick with a plain Jane pre-bought bullet journal, do you want dotted, graph, or lined? Okay, if you're just going to write in your journal, I suggest lines. If you want a bullet journal, I suggest dots or even graph. But that's something that you also have to think of. What do you want to use as your journal is the next step. And once you have that down, figure out, when do you want to journal? Do you want to wake up in the morning and journal about the day before? Do you want to journal right before you go to bed? Do you want to write things down? Take notes on your phone maybe, or your tablet, and only journal once a week? Or journal every few days? Those are your options. You can journal whenever you want. I journal at night, but then I come through once a week and add all the little things in and decorate my journal. But I do the writing at night before I go to bed. So there's a choice. You have to figure that out. And then last, you need to figure out what kind of supplies you're going to need. Okay? What kind of supplies will you need? If you're just writing down, all you need is a pen. Do you have a favorite pen? Have you found a favorite pen? Do you want to check your book and make sure that your pens don't bleed through? Which you can do that. Turn to the last page in your book and write on the last few pages with whatever pen you want to use, marker, whatever, and see it if it doesn't bleed. So pens are important. You need to write. Do you want to use markers? Are you going to use washi tape? Do you want to use stamps and ink? Do you want to glue things in? You need your supplies. Okay? Whatever supplies you're going to use. For me, this homemade journal right here, well, it's not homemade. This one is a traveler's notebook that I used, but I have in here staples. I use tape. I use glue. I use stickers. I use product packaging for my journaling. I take pictures. I use these clear pockets. I have receipts. I have everything, but I use glue. I use tape. I use washi. I use all of that stuff in my journal, so I have all my supplies. You want to make sure you have your supplies ready, because I'm going to tell you, you don't want to sit down to journal and then you don't have anything. And I have to also tell you that this is my craft room. It's in the basement. I have everything I need down here. But up in my bedroom, I even have 3 pencil cases. One is filled with journaling cards, scotch tape, and a glue stick. One is filled with markers. No, colored pencils. One is filled with colored pencils. The other one is filled with colored pens, a pencil, highlighters, that kind of stuff. I have that all sitting there right with me. So when I journal, if I need something, it's right there. But when I come down to do my journaling, that's where I have my double-sided tape, my tape runner, my regular wet glue, my stapler, stickers. That stuff is all down here. That's how I do it. So basically, once you figure out the type of journal that you want to use, what kind of journal you're going to use, if you want a plain or a decorated journal, what you want to use to journal, what type of journal. So bullet, traveler's notebook, composition book, altered book, all of that. Then you figure out when you want to journal and what kind of supplies you need. That's it. And then you can just sit down and journal. My thing is, if you really want to journal and you sit down and you figure all of this out and you still aren't journaling, pick a different kind of journal to get you started. If you don't want to sit here and write all of your feelings and all of that on a piece of paper, don't do it. You don't have to. You don't have to just sit there and write all your feelings down. There are other kind of journals. Don't feel pressured that that's the journal that you have to do. If you just want to sit and basically make a scrapbooking journal where you put all the pictures of things you've done with your family and write little bits and pieces about it, then do that. That's the journal you want to do it. Don't feel that you need to sit here and just write down your thoughts and feelings because that's the typical journal. It's not anymore. That's no longer the typical journal. To me, that's a diary. I almost said a bad word. To me, that's a diary. Okay? Your personal thoughts that you don't want to share in a plain notebook is a diary. Okay? This, if I'm going to write my thoughts and feelings and things that I hate today, is a diary. This is a journal. This is my life, things that I've done. Yes, things that I've thought, things that I've felt, but things that I've done, places I've gone to. This is a journal. Okay? That's how I feel. So, I know that really didn't help you maybe think, oh, well, I still don't know how to start. This was a basic, get your supplies together, figure out what you want to do. You're not going to start until you actually start. I started off with a planner. I started off with a happy planner, and I started with a happy planner because I wanted to track certain things. Honestly, I wanted to track when my ex-husband would show up for our kid. That's what I wanted to track. That and things that my kid had to do for school, stuff like that. And it ended up turning into a place where I would journal. I ended up writing down the books I've read. I ended up writing down the food that we ate. I ended up writing down any little thing that we did that day. All ended up going in the planner, which led to using a bullet journal because I still hate the happy planner. I use one, but I hate it. So that led to a bullet journal. And this is just a cheap one from Michael's. And I would decorate, have all this stuff. You can see I didn't use it all the time, but this is what it would go. And then eventually that turned into this. And decorating it and all of that. And that led to eventually this for me. And then there's my book journal. Oh, there's stuff in here. Hey, there's all kinds of stickers in here. What? There's all kinds of stickers in here. Huh. Let me put those aside. Look at that. That eventually led then my book journal. Instead of using my books, I have a book journal. Instead of putting them in my planner, this is what I started to do here. And then I've stepped away from it for a while, but now I'm back. And then an idea journal. Anytime I have an idea for anything, I make it and I put it in here. Okay? So there's all kinds of things that I don't know where did my point start with? I got sidetracked by the stickers. I literally got sidetracked by the stickers. I don't remember what my point was. That really sidetracked me. What's up with these? Yeah, those are nice little stickers. Anyway, I got sidetracked. I'm so sorry. This is what I mean when I say my brain is wired different. Okay, now you saw it. That was just like, ooh, stickers. And then that was it. I lost my train of thought. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what I was going to say. I'm done. I'm cutting myself off, but I am going to try to dump out the rest of the stickers that are in here. I'm sorry, you guys. This is what happens. I'm just wired different. I feel really stupid right now, but yeah, I'm just wired different. I'm sorry. Anyway. I think I was getting to the point where I was saying that over time, your style can change. So, basically, give something a shot. Give it a try. If you're interested in journaling, just give one of those journals a try. And eventually you're going to find what makes you happy. And even if you find what makes you happy and you like that style, that could still also change because you change. Like this month in my journal, I have been, for some reason, writing like specific words big to emphasize those words. I don't know why. I started doing it on like one of the days early in the month and I haven't stopped. So once again, I'm evolving, I'm changing, and I'm rolling with it. It may not happen for the rest of the month. It may not happen for the rest of my life, but right now it's what I'm doing and I'm rolling with it. So the point I'm trying to make is that your style can change, how you journal can change, and you just need to go with the flow until you find exactly what you like and what you enjoy. And if I were you, I would start searching for the kind of journal that you're interested in starting and watching videos from a creator that does those kinds of journals. There are plenty of creators that do Creative Daily, that do Bullet, that do Commonplace, that do junk journals. They're out there. You find them for the things that, or even if you just want to see what all of these journals that I mentioned entail, and go from there. And see what those people are doing and how they're doing it and what might make you interested in journaling. And also, don't jump into buying all the supplies. I did say you need your supplies. You need your basic supplies. Like, don't jump into buying a million different things to make a junk journal when you don't know if you're going to like a junk journal. Buy a junk journal. There are plenty of people. I even have journals up on Etsy, on my Etsy, that are for sale. There are plenty of journals out there. You can ask your favorite creator who sells to make you a journal. Ask. I would make you a journal if you wanted me to make you a journal. I've done it. People have asked me. I make them. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that would. But check Etsy. They have tons of journals. Don't buy all the stuff until you figure out what you want to do. This video went downhill pretty fast after I found stickers, so I'm very sorry about that, but we're just gonna end here. And yeah, what am I gonna do with these stickers? I don't know, but I found them and I didn't know they existed. Look, they're little, look, you ready? A tablet or a Kindle, and then a book, and then KU and Libby. I think I printed these out, so instead of writing down all those things, not that you care, I could just put a sticker down, and I think now I have stamps for most of these, so I don't even need the stickers. But I have them there. Interesting. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sorry, my mind wanders. I can't help it. And comment down below. Let me know what your favorite type of journal is that you like to do, or a journal that you are interested in doing. If there's a journal you are interested in doing, I will gladly talk with you down below. You let me know, okay? And have a great rest of your day. Please like and subscribe, even though this ended up being, we'll pretend this didn't happen, okay? Okay? This can stay between us. We're friends, right? We're going to pretend this didn't happen. Okay? We're just going to pretend. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day.